Hi, Seth. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're not working 90 hours this week. That sounds like an awful lot of hours in the office. Cool. Three video lesson for today. Three things I want to talk about. Go down the list as usual. If you have any questions or want me to look at anything, feel free to shoot a message or a video over. I don't mind at all. I think you said over text that one issue that was popping up this week in practice was to just feel like your hands weren't like strong enough, or it felt kind of like weak in the hand. This is straight up like a sport, like everything else. The way my teacher viewed it was like, this is like football, and we have to like really train our hands and our bodies to be able to play this sport, right? So it sounds like what we need to do is give you some exercise to kind of get your hand feeling more kind of comfortable in the fretboard just overall. The first thing is just your hand strength. What I like to do for developing strength with the beginner student is being able to perform the chords in midair. The way you start doing that is, I'm just going to take a chord. I'm going to take let's take a D. Let's take a D chord, right? A D chord right here. First thing you do is lift, hold, and place. So I'm going to strum that once, right? Sounds nice and pretty, sounds good. And I'm going to lift my fingers off the fretboard, but I'm not going to lose the shape of the chord. I'm going to try to keep that shape in midair. And what I see a lot of times is like these fingers will start kind of getting weak, they'll start kind of doing the shifting around. Try to keep them right over top of the fretboard, right over top of the respective frets that they were just on. You hold, like, maybe count to 5 or 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then try to place them all at the same time right in the exact spot. What's going to happen is in the beginning is going to do this, or this right here. That's okay, that's to be expected. What you're doing is you're building the strength in the hand and getting the coordination down so that your fingers know what D looks like, right? This is muscle memory basically. And we're trying to get that strength up in the muscle memory. You have the D chord, you lift and hold it, and don't let anybody kind of shift around, but like that's going to happen, just kind of muscle through it. And you lift and hold, and then drop all at the same time. You can pick another chord, so maybe pick 2 or 3 chords in a practice session. Go over to an A chord, for example. Get A down, lift and hold it, and then you'll see it kind of fidget around like this. You'll see it drop a little bit. That's okay. Just try your best to maintain that position midair, and then go ahead and drop it all at the same time. Variation on the exercise is you can lift, hold, and then switch to the other chord in midair, but don't drop it. So if I did an A and I did a D chord, so I did my A chord, lift and hold, and then hold it for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then see if you can switch into a D chord. It's gonna be hard in the beginning. Your fingers are like, what are you making me do? Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay, you're gonna get that D chord close and then try to drop it. Like I said, if you could already do the exercise, we'd be doing other ones. Right? This is to get your coordination and your hand strength down. One of my teachers once told me that if someone can stand to listen to you practice, you're not practicing, you're playing. And we have to make sure we practice our instrument, not just play the instrument, right? Anybody who is good at the guitar spent many countless hours getting frustrated and working on this thing right here. Cool, that's the first thing I want you to do. Second thing I want you to work on is speed. The first one was getting the hand strength down. This is more, can you get your fingers into position quickly? First thing you'll do is you take maybe an E chord, for example. Oh, and drop D. Let's do this to a D chord. An alternate tuning from the previous lesson I was teaching. Go D, off, D, off. You set a timer, you go for 1 minute, you see how many times you can get D on and off the guitar. You want to make sure you hit the chord once, you drop the hand, and then you bring it back up. You don't want to go like, looks like I'm doing it. No, this is more about you getting the chord shape under your fingers. How rapidly can you get to the chord? Like I said, set a timer for 1 minute. That'll kind of help kind of spur you along. It's like having a deadline. When you have a deadline, you're more apt to get something done, right? So you drop the hand, D chord. At first, it's going to be like kind of this like one finger approach kind of thing, right? Right? Drop the hand, back into the D chord, right? Drop the hand. Do that one finger approach, get the D chord back on. Try to do that as many times in 1 minute as you can. Go through each chord like that. Maybe go to an A chord this time. A, drop the hand. A, right? And like I said, in the beginning, you're doing a one finger thing, but as you kind of get a rhythm going, you'll find that they all start kind of like moving down at the same time, which is the ultimate goal for us in strumming guitar, is making sure that we get them all landing at the same time. Right? So first way to do is on and off one chord, and then you can do 2 chords. You can take the A and the D and see how many times can you move between those two chords. What I like to do is I like to keep like a practice chart where I go, okay, today I was able to do D chord on and off. like 10 times a minute or something. And then I go tomorrow and be, oh, I did 9. Today I was able to do. I was able to get close, but not get my PR. Not every day is going to be a PR, by the way, right? That's why you work on it every day. Then the next you may find you got 11 that time. Great, you're improving. This way you kind of keep track of your victories, your successes as you're practicing, because the first song is always the hardest one to learn, right? I always tell my parents, the little kids, like, the first song that we're ever going to do, this is like the hardest thing you've ever asked them to do, and after that, at least they can play something, right? So, then number 3 is clarity practice. How clear do the chords sound? So I take that D chord again, I play through it. D chord's a common one that has little errors in it, which is, you'll pick through each string, and you'll hear that the first string might be kind of thuddy. And you go, okay, what's causing that? Oh, my ring finger was bumping into the string. I have to round my hand up like this. That's the way I'll help with that next time, getting your chords clearer. And then see if you can lift the fingers up and then replicate what you just did without having to go through that like lower finger. So say if the problem was, it was bumping into that first string, try to roll that finger up and then lift and then see if you can have it sound nice afterwards, right? Like I said, if someone can sit there listening to you practice, you're not practicing. It's not just about playing the song on repeat. It's about going, okay, what's going on with the song and or going with these chord changes and what's holding me back from successfully playing these chords clean, right? Go that A chord. Pick for each string. Ooh, my third finger was touching the first string. I gotta roll my finger back a little bit like this. Lift and then see if you can have it sound clear afterwards. Right? Can you play the chord again with that adjustment in mind? Remember, you gotta do these in really controlled environments, like such as I am working on the A chord right now, or I'm working on the D chord, or I'm working on these 2 chord changes. And then you'll notice how it'll slowly bleed over into your actual playing of the guitar. Cool, work on those 3 things in addition to the E minor pentatonic and the 2 songs I sent over so far. I believe I've given you I Fought the Law and then Wild Thing. You get those 2 songs down. We got one more strumming song to do, and then we're off to like power chords, which is super cool. Get those chords down for me, and then I will look forward to seeing you bright and early on Monday afternoon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.